We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Cleveland. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 60 by 6, 60 by 30.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, oh, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked on that the entire offseason as well. But to see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know he feels great.
Uncork the arm a little bit, get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Ready? Go! Go! Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. That's complete to the rookie from Michigan. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1 down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Powering his way forward. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Runs through the contact. And some room to work. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Pushing through the contact. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 20, here's second down and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Brandon, nothing short of a shocker here. I mean, this is pretty close to chip shot range. Most kickers, they're going to hit the top of the net, maybe even put it over the net. And I know this one didn't get blocked, yet it doesn't even get there.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
From the 46, here's second down and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for it.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. They go play action here on first down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Addison hauls it in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Slot man moves right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10.
Go.
He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Browns are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Two yards to go, second down. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Muscles him off, and he goes out right around the 39. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
19-7.
Back to throw here.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Okay, great.
The slot man in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Here we go, set.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Powering forward. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Bronco leading.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
His throw incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
That is caught. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
19, Sergeant, 19. Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Slot man moves right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Pushes past him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Browns drive about to get started. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
117 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Vikings 23. Youngwei Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
But they're certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Throwing Tua.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19, bring it. Hut, hut.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
That's caught downfield by Addison.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Murray.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, You make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Browns, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.